Creative Native Lighting presents Pocket LD, Calculations Explained. Hopefully by now you've watched the tutorial. Thank you to those who provided comments and feedback. It's helping us refine the site so it's more useful to you. Let's break down what we are solving for with Pocket LD. There are two main functions within Pocket LD to help you. One is foot candles, two is angle of incidence. You've probably heard of foot candles. It's basically a unit of luminance from a source of light. Foot candles is the common measurement in the United States. In other countries, they use lux as a unit of measurement. It is a vital part of how your subject is lit. Too few foot candles and the subject is too dark. Too many foot candles and they are too bright. This really only comes into effect when doing theater or shooting a production with a camera like a video or a TV show. Then we need to consider the angle of incidence. This is just as important as foot candles, but in a very different way. Imagine an angle or a line, such as a ray of light, falling on a surface or interface, creating or highlighting the subject. So as a lighting designer, basically it is the angle at which the light hits your talent. Why is this important? If the angle is too great, you will have shadows in a very unflattering way on your talent. If your angle is too little, your talent can look flat and also cast a large shadow. Let's break it down. To make this work correctly, you have to take into account a few variables when using Pocket LD to be accurate. Trim height, throw distance, stage height, and talent height. We are using a right triangle to figure out these important calculations. Looking at the diagram, you can see the talent, the stick figure, and the lighting fixture. In that triangle, you have trim height, the height from the floor to the light fixture, and your throw distance, the distance from the light fixture to your talent. In the triangle, the trim height is represented by leg A, and the throw distance is represented by leg C, or the hypotenuse. These are two commonly known measurements when designing a lighting plot. There are also three angles in the right triangle. One of them is always 90 degrees, but we are looking for angle A in this diagram, which is our angle of incidence. If our talent is standing on the floor and is 6 feet tall, we need to take that into consideration. To make this a true right angle, we need leg B to be 90 degrees of leg A, which is also your trim height. Let's look at an example and assume our talent is being lighted from a floor with no stage. We will use a trim height of 30 feet and a throw distance of 42 feet. Our talent is 6 feet tall. We take our trim height and subtract the talent's height, which would be 30 minus 6, which would give us 24. So our trim height is 24 feet. You will see the angle of incidence is 34.85 degrees. I'm not here to say if that is good or not good for your application. If you know your angles and you know what you are shooting for, this makes it easy. Now what happens if we have a stage? Simply add the stage height to the height of the talent and subtract that from your trim height to give you a new trim height. So if we have a 4-foot high stage and your talent is 6 feet tall, that is 10 feet. Subtract 10 from 30 to give you a 20-foot trim height. Let's use the same numbers from the last example using our new 20-foot trim height. Our new angle of incidence is 28.43 degrees. This method gets you to the face of the talent, not to the stage floor or the actual floor. Last but not least, because we are using a right triangle to do our equations, it is vital that the trim height be less than the throw distance. Why? In a right triangle, the hypotenuse, or leg C, also our throw distance, is always the longest leg. It's math. As a reminder, always enter your trim height last to refresh the calculation. We hope this has helped you understand more about Pocket LD and how to use it. You can reach us by email at delo71@gmail.com. Leave us comments, concerns. If you want a new fixture added, just let us know. Thanks for watching.